It's the first week of fall, and the weather couldn't be better. And I'm hoping it stays that way. Yep, what do we have here? Whoa, it's a good sign. It could be mushroom season. This trail switchbacks up a steep slope for 3 miles to a ridgetop at 6,000 feet. And then I hike 6.5 miles out to the end of the ridge. It's a beautiful temperate forest I'm walking through, and as you can see, I'm finding mushrooms. The flowers this time of year are pretty well long gone, but you never know, we might find something. Now, some mushrooms are very edible, but note that some of these mushrooms you're looking at here are deadly poisonous. This trail definitely has its obstacles. This mud adds a little bit to the difficulty. These old-growth hemlock are towering up to a beautiful clear sky today. I'm starting to get a view of the ridge that I'm slowly getting closer to. Even though I'm not quite up to the ridgetop yet, the adjacent peaks and mountains are starting to come into view, like this one, which is Black Mountain. And there's a prominent red mountain. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him. There's Mount Pugh, and to the right of it is White Chuck Mountain. And what do we have peeking up behind White Chuck? It's none other than Mount Baker. I hope to see more of this guy. Slowly but surely. The good news is I'm just about up to that ridgetop. I'm loving this view from this ridge. And wow, a double whammy. Wasn't expecting this color up here, and I wasn't expecting my view of Glacier Peak already. I've got a feeling the further I go out on the ridge, the better view I'm going to be getting of Glacier Peak. Now, this is what you call quality subalpine parkland. That red color I'm looking at is mountain blueberry. And has it changed color? Not a bad looking landscape. The sun is getting low. I guess I better start looking for a campsite. I'm probably getting in about 5 miles today. My 2 p.m. start from the trailhead didn't help. There's just a little bit of light left there at Round Lake. I'm liking the color in that reflection. I did finally find a good camp spot. And that's the end of the first day. And good morning. Whoa, that was a hard landing. It's a beautiful day to be on a ridgetop. Not too shabby a view from the sleeping bag. Do you hear that? That's the sound of silence. It must be time to hit the trail. I've got quite the view this morning. Red Mountain seems to be dominating, but I'm getting views of Baker too. There's Glacier Peak. I knew I'd be seeing that thing sometime this morning. This view should only be getting better the further I get out the ridge. That's amazing. There's still a flower hanging around this late in the season. This might be a good time to mention that red plant you're looking at there is beautiful. Well, you know that, but it's also full of these guys, blueberries. Even at the top of the ridge, there's mushrooms. And they don't get much bigger than this guy. Well, I'm still trudging out the ridge. Probably have at least 3 miles to go. And that'd be to my final designation at Lake Burn. This shows how fast a plant can weather away. A month and a half ago, it looked like this. Believe it or not, covered in corn lilies. Wow, just look at that view. Oh boy, he's gone. And this is Little Fern Lake, one of 4 lakes I'm going to be seeing today. That could be Downey Mountain sticking up over there. Pretty impressive range. I'm still getting some views of Baker. And then there's Glacier Peak. And I'm hoping it's getting closer. It's lunchtime, and just check out my view. I could do lunch here every day. And here's lake number 2, Hardtack Lake. And look at that peak, it is definitely getting closer. Well, I think we have a hiker up there in that direction. Yeah, that's him. He's got orange on. This is the first hiker I've seen on this trip. Oh, look at that. I think there's 3 of them. Wow. Wonder where they're coming from. Looks like they have some heavy packs. They've probably been out a while. Looks like you guys are making good time.
Trying. A long way to get.
Where are you going?
Out. on our way out. We just summited Glacier Peak.
Oh, be.
And we did this big giant loop and came on around.
Oh, be. And next is Camp Lake. It's pretty good size. And look at that beautiful blue. In about an hour, I should be over that ridge, down into Lake Burn, making camp. It's slow but sure up the ridge. I'm starting to feel it. It's been a long day on the trail. I got a feeling it's all going to be worth it once I get there. Camp Lake's looking good from up here. This is about the end of the ridge. I'm getting some good views. Just check out this view. And here's finally Lake Burn that I gotta drop into. And look at that view. It's just getting better all the time. I'm just about at the end of the trail. Gonna have to look for a campsite. What light is left is performing its magic. I'm just mellowing out and taking in the sights. This is what makes it all worth it. And that's the way it's done. And that's the end of the second day. A full moon showed up over Glacier Peak about 11 o'clock. And good morning. It's the beginning of my third day. It was a little breezy last night, and it's still a little windy this morning. It's a nice, clear day, except for a little bit of turbulence on Glacier Peak. It's cool, mid-40s this morning, so bring on the sun. Now that the sun's up, there's a few more clouds developing around the peak. Looks like it could be a little breezy up there. Looks like the halo's starting to lift. And now, voila, it's moved on. Still a little breezy on Lake Burn this morning. And this, maybe a duck, is keeping watch over the lake. There's color showing up this morning. This creature is watching over the peak. The subalpine slopes around are looking good. After scanning the slopes, it's time to hit the high road out of Lake Burn. Oh boy, where'd he go? And he's back. Steady there, boy. He's already back up the ridge Starting to go by Camp Lake. Crystal clear water up here. I'm liking that color. I'm making good time already at Hardtack Lake. And here's Sitka Mountain Ash. Yeah, those berries are tart and bitter. That's Lost Creek down there at the bottom of the ridge. And that white stuff in the foreground is fireweed. And it's in its fluffy seed stage. I'm still getting a good view from the ridge top. Yep, there he comes. Slow but sure. Looks like we're losing Glacier Peak a little bit. All the time behind the tree line there. That hiker's looking a little tired. I think he needs something to perk him up. And then this marmot showed up just when I needed him most. Oh, he moved so I can see him better. I wonder if I move a little closer, if he's going to mind that. Oh, he didn't mind. I'm gonna go real closer. A little closer anyway. He doesn't seem to care that I'm moving in on him. Okay, I'm gonna move again here. He moved, but he's still there. I'm gonna try to get a little closer. Well, so far so good. I'm gonna try it again. Doesn't seem like he's paying much attention to me. Okay, a little closer. Oh, he's being good about this whole thing. I'm 20 feet away, I don't know. Yep, he's gone. Well, that was exciting while it lasted. Some sections along this ridge are easier than others. There are a few flowers around. The squirrels are starting to get interested in this guy for its seed. It's nice that Glacier Peak is still in view, but it's getting late, so it's time to look for a campsite. The peak's starting to grow a halo again. Well, it's time to call it a day. And that's the end of the third day. A few high clouds out there this morning. And good morning. Nice. Just look at that view out there. Well, it wasn't breezy last night, but it was a little cool. It looks like the clouds are lifting. Well, I guess it's time to go. Yep, there he is. and he's following the ridge back out. I'm back to the start of the ridge and starting the switchbacks downslope to the trailhead. Well, what do we have here? Yes, we must be back in the mushroom zone. I need to clean him up here a little bit. Okay, you take care, little buddy. Since this is a very poisonous mushroom, whoever took that bite out of that cap, it might have been its last. And that's the end of a successful fall season hike.